What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Granblue Fantasy Relink guide. Today we're going to be talking about Rosetta, who I've been having such a fun time with. While her kit may seem simple on the surface, under that surface she is pretty complex, and she is probably one of the most useful units to have on your team as an AI teammate, or even as, you know, doing co-op online. She can buff, debuff, heal, do a lot of damage. She does it all. She's actually out damaging my Versarega while being on my AI teammates, while being under leveled and underpowered. So she's, just because of her AoE damage and her debuffs and buffs that she does to the team, and also heals and everything, she has a lot of stun power, and she can deal a massive, not even just AoE, she can put down her roses, which is the entire part of her kit is putting down the rose thorns. And with many of those roses down, you can just hit the boss multiple times instead of just doing AoE in general, like how some characters have AoE moves, cleave moves, like Narmaya has her square cleave that just hits multiple units. The thing that makes Rosetta so strong is she has ways to hit multiple enemies, but also just deal more damage to the boss as well. So she's actually very good for, you know, dealing, you know, single target damage to bosses. I've seen a lot of people saying that she's more just for AoE, you know, stages and not as much for boss stages. That is completely wrong. I'm going to show you guys why in this video. So first things first, we're going to get into the skills that I'm using on her. You want to have as many roses up at all times as much as possible. So the skills that I use on her are Rose Tycoon, which poisons the boss, by the way, poisons the enemy. It automatically puts 3 roses right in, replants all roses and puts them right in front or right on top of the boss or the enemy that you're targeting. And then you also have Bouquet, which does the same thing, except heals all allies within the area that you're putting it. It puts it around Rosetta, heals all allies, and also removes all debuffs. So she is very, very good at cleansing and healing your teammates with her roses, as long as you know how to position them properly. So with this move, it just puts them right in front of her. So if your allies are standing right in front of you, you just put that down and it completely cleanses and heals them as well. And then we're going to get into the combos, right? The combos are what you're going to want to remember to, like, give defense up, give attack up, give a healing. There's certain combos you got to do to change the rose color, to change the buff that you're getting while inside the circle of these roses. And then the move that does such massive damage, both of these moves, this one is called Lost Love. It completely explodes the roses. So you want to use this when the roses are close to max level. It deals a massive amount of damage, and then it replants them. So even though there'll be a lower level because you blew them, the higher level ones up, it'll still replant them right after blowing up. So you'll still have 3 roses up. And then the other one, this one I think is her most broken ability, one of the first abilities you can get. Multi-hit vine attack that targets foes near Rosetta, also causes all planted roses to attack. So as you can see, all the roses are attacking at the same time. And when that AoE, that means anything in that green circle, that AoE circle, is getting damage. And the circles get even larger than that. I'm still grinding through the game. I'm level 68 with her right now. I'm like mid-game. We already completed the story like first day or two. And then we're pretty much grinding now to get to end game. Cascada, very important on her. I'm going to be doing a full guide on how to build her with the sigils when I hit max level, because when I hit end game, because farming sigils is going to take a while. But Cascada, very, very important on her. Shorten skill cooldowns. Whenever you hit a foe, effect strength changes based on the attack type. So you want, the thing is, the 2 abilities I told you to put down, the 3 plants, the cooldown is a little long, but in the skill tree, you can reduce the cooldown in the mastery tree. And then there's Cascada, which the more damage you deal, the less the cooldown is. So that's very useful to have on her as well. Of course, I'm using stun power, attack power, and critical hit rate on her. I'm also going to be putting crit damage. You can put up to 10 sigils eventually when you master the tree, but the tree is super long if you guys haven't noticed. Like, the tree is ridiculous. I'm already 60% of the way, but it starts getting really expensive, as you can see. And this isn't even the hardest, you know, the last part of the tree. Obtain a Maniac quest difficulty. That's the next one. I think there might be one more even after that. And these start getting really expensive. Look how expensive it is to get to the end here. 2670. Getting probably like 20 more placements here. About 20, like 3,000 mastery points. So it is a grind. So bear with me. I'm not going to be able to do a max level, max sigils like build for a little bit. I'm going to be grinding this game all week, and hopefully I'll get to that point by the end of the week. But doing one on every character is going to take quite a bit. Right now, anyway, the main focus is doing damage. Now, I know in previous videos I was showing you guys while fighting bosses. I'll still do that in this video, but I kind of want to showcase her skills first because they're a little complex, and doing them while trying to evade bosses is not the right way to show you guys. So obviously, if you want to put down a Rose without doing the abilities, you can hold the triangle button and aim them anywhere you want. You can put down 3 this way. You can put down as many as you want and replace them, replant them. So as you can see, there's 3 of them just sitting there now, and the Rose just attacks them. It attacks enemies while just sitting in there. You don't even need to do nothing. I'll move them so you can actually see them do damage. So as you guys see them, I have them 3 of them down, and they're just constantly dealing damage, right, by themselves. Now, the move that I was talking about, it's level 4 now, so that means it's doing more damage. The more damage that the Roses do, the higher level they get level up. So as you can see, they're level 4. I think they can get maybe a higher level. Not sure. I'm not done with the mastery tree yet. But let me show you Spiral Rose, right? Now, everything is attacking and doing this Spiral Rose animation. That is so much damage. Jesus Christ. And what you're going to want to do for Lost Love. So Lost Love is the one that blows them up. Let me show you here. Lost Love blows them up and replants them. Little bit of a cool look, and then they all get back down. They start at level 1, but then as soon as they start attacking, they start leveling up again. You can also use your skills to level them up as well. I'm going to be using Bouquet to show you guys the heal one. Puts her down right in front of her, right there. And you can see they leveled up while also healing everybody in the circle. Obviously, if there was allies there. And then there's the poison one, where it doesn't matter how far away you are, it just automatically plants them right on top of the enemy and poisons them. Does pretty good damage and break damage as well. Now, what I wanted to show you guys was the ability. So if you go to your command list shows combo A, combo B, combo C. So a couple characters have, not every character is like spam square and then press triangle for combo finisher. Some of them, if you notice, you press attack. She's a ranged unit, by the way, so you don't need to be close to them. You press attack, and then a thing on triangle pops up that says power strike. Now, that will change the color of the Roses and change the buff. So if I want to do a defense buff to everybody inside the range of my Roses, I'm going to do 1 square attack and 1 triangle. And then you get this yellow buff on the ground. And as you can see, now Rosetta has a defense buff. And even if you go outside of the Roses, it doesn't matter. You stay with the buff. You just have to be in the Rose while you do the buff. Your allies just have to be inside that range of the Roses while you do the attack to get the buff. Now, if I wanted to heal, I would do square, square, triangle. Right here. Square, square, triangle. Now you get that blue light. Now you got a heal and a regen. But now, like I said, even if I was to go outside of the range of the Roses, I still have the regen on me. And then if I want to keep that up, I can just keep doing square, square, triangle if I want to keep healing. Now, the attack buff. Also, doing that, I believe the Link Strike plants down Roses or raises your Roses to max level. I'm not sure. I don't remember correctly. We'll test that when we fight the boss. Now, if you want to do the attack buff, it's 3 square and then triangle. And it changes the Roses to color pink, which gives you the attack buff. Notice, as soon as I change the buff, the other buff goes away immediately. So as long as the Roses are up, you have those buffs. It does not go away. Very, very strong. That's what makes her such a good buffer. Now, the final hit doesn't change the buff of the flowers, okay? It just makes you do more damage. So once you have the buff that you want and you don't want to change the buff, you could go into the max rotation or the max combo, which is 4 square attacks, and then the triangle for the combo finisher. And it just does extra attacks, right? But you still stay with the attack buff. You see the attack buff was going to go away, but then it just reset itself because for some reason the game thought you were going to change the buff. Well, all you did was do a combo finisher, which gives you more damage. Now, that is pretty much her kit. She is a pretty simple character, but also, like I was saying, complex at the same time because of the combos with the command list. Now, the better way, I think, is remembering the color. If you see the gold color on the ground, it is defense buff. If you see the green, it is normal, no buff. If you see the heal one, I believe is, I almost forgot what the heal one, blue, there you go. And then the attack buff is the pink buff. So some people do it by color, and then some people just remember the combinations. I think the combination is the easiest way to remember. Square triangle, defense, square, square, triangle, heal, square, 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 triangle is the attack. And then if you want to do a combo finisher to deal more damage, it's the full combo, which is square 4 times and then triangle. Now, let's go do this against the boss so I can show you guys how freaking amazing this character is. This is going to be a great enemy to showcase this on. All right, so he is very stationary a lot of the time once he gets in his place. We're going to go ahead and start putting roses on him, but we're going to start off with the poison one. Okay, so he's already got poison on him. We're going to go ahead and give everyone an attack buff. The only thing that's annoying about her is you're going to have to keep putting the roses down. She does so much damage. Okay, we're going to go for that explosion. Look at that damage. Oh my god. This is also a good way to level up, is doing the spiral rose is a good way to level up your roses to do more damage. Okay, I got the cleanse off to get the blight off everybody, not give everyone the attack buff again. Dirty Rose! Explosion! 3% of his health, that's pretty good for a fucking boss I'm fighting that's I'm under level to fight. I should be doing Spiral Rose while inside, like in his radius, but I just didn't want to get hit by his bullshit. I just used the roses to deal damage. And this is how we get rid of the overdrive. Perfect timing. Versariga's dead, I didn't even notice that. Gonna have to do a cleanse again. There's the cleanse. I'm gonna change it back to attack. There's the attack buff right there. Got the poison on him. Ooh, he got me good, that bastard. I was trying to break him before that happened. GG. Let's see how much damage she did compared to Versariga, who is, by the way, one of the most broken damage dealers in the game. I know I was quiet during a lot of that. I was trying to focus up, and I pretty much already showed you, told you guys everything that needed to be done. 700,000 honors. That's a lot. Yep, MVP. So that goes to show you right there. Versariga, she may be a higher level, but Versariga has way more attack and crit, and his mastery board is done way more than hers is, and his gear is way higher level than hers is, and his sigils, he can have more sigils. So she is pretty busted for a support unit. She's a support unit that can deal damage and debuff and support, heal, defense, attack, everything. She is such an amazing unit. I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this guide helped you guys out. If it did, hit the like button, subscribe if you have not already, and ring the notification bell. Be notified for future Granblue Fantasy Relink guides and content. I will be doing a lot of co-op grinding on my Twitch channel. Feel free to follow me over on Twitch, where I will be doing carries to help people through co-op stages and help them S++ stages that they otherwise can't do by themselves or with randoms, because S++ is how you get the max amount of rewards, so it makes grinding way faster. So doing them with people that aren't randoms or AI is a lot better. Leave a comment down below what you guys would like to see me do next, what character. I'm pretty much sure I'm gonna do Versariga next. I have been messing around with Vayne. He looks really fun. He's a tank unit, one of the big tank units in the game. He's got like an AoE bubble shields, really, really cool. But yeah, leave a comment down below who you guys are loving right now through the game, like who you guys are playing the most, and who you want me to cover next during the guide. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.